We are go kill them when we get a sound. Ready for more? We are go kill them with wicked sound. Welcome to Transfer Business and News. Now, I started the show with Rocky Dawuni's Wickedest Sound featuring Stoneboy. Now, the great man himself threw a challenge recently and I accepted it. So, from now till December, I'll be playing Rocky Dawuni's song throughout my show. I've done it for Black Sherif and all these people, right? So now, Rocky Dawuni's music is what I will be playing on Transfer Business and News till December. So he threw a challenge, and as the ordained Crown Prince of Ghana, welcome to Transfer Business and News. And so, Wickedest Sound, go and Google it, and go and stream it on all streaming platforms, man. Wickedest Sound, Rocky Dawuni featuring Stoneboy. Now, before I say anything else, let me also say welcome to the treble club, Manchester City, right? Manchester City have done something Manchester United did 24 years ago, and people want us to cry about it, man. But then, man, well, now let's talk about the Champions League final that happened last weekend on Saturday. As a Manchester United fan watching City win the treble is disheartening. It tries to bring your spirit down. But then, City are our noisy neighbors, right? And sometimes you wish your noisy neighbors, you wish your neighbors good, even though they are noisy, right? So, welcome to the treble club, Manchester City, being the second team in the whole of England to do so, man. Winning the treble is not as easy. The treble club, why is my Ashanti trying to infiltrate my language this morning? Asante na wo mi mo na pese ayemi RNL. Okay, so what was I saying? I've even forgotten. Okay, I was talking about Manchester City, right? And Manchester United, of course, right? We did something 24 years ago, and the treble club is a club that not too many teams are in this club, right? Bayern has done it once, Barcelona, Manchester United, and now Manchester City have joined the treble club, winning the Champions League, winning the main cup, and winning the league as well. It is a feat that demands a lot of quality, dedication, hard work, commitment, winning mentality to do a treble. So, congratulations to Pep Guardiola and his Manchester City team. Of course, Erling Haaland again broke a record of Cristiano Ronaldo by winning the Golden Boot, the Champions League Golden Boot, as well as the Champions League in the same season. The first person since Cristiano Ronaldo. And I'm like, City winning five Premier League trophies in 6 years. City winning 3 consecutive Premier League titles. Equaling things that seemed difficult. As a Manchester United fan, when I look at what is happening at my club now, and I look at what City are doing currently, I see a gulf in class, I see a gulf in ambition, I see two teams heading towards opposite ends. Now, today we'll be talking about the law of polarity and the law of attraction later on in the show. Now, speaking about Manchester City, did you see Mario Balotelli? Mario Balotelli. Charlie, when I saw the man, when I saw his dressing, I'm like, here we go again. Why always me? Why? I love my brother, man. I love Mario Balotelli to the core. And when I saw him, as a Manchester United fan, when I remember all the things he did to us, And I look at the personality. I look at the Africanness, the Ghanaian, the Ashanti just like me. And I can't wait to meet Mario Balotelli one day. So Mario Balotelli, if you catch this, the ordained Crown Prince of Ghana is sending love and invitation for friendship. The same way Mr. Rocky Dawuni, for instance. Now, as I said, his Facebook account got tagged, and I was on Facebook all the time because the things they were posting there, I realized it wasn't the man. And legacies like this don't need to be destroyed by pettiness and all these comments and whatever it is. So I'm glad he has his Facebook page back. Go and like his music. Go and stream his music, sorry. Go to Facebook, go to Instagram, go wherever you find Rocky Dawuni. He's a legend in Ghana music, and Ghana music is global. African music is global. Everything has circled back to the motherland, and we are going to teach, we are going to show the world that we are the originators of virtually everything, man. Africa's unity is upon us. So, let me talk about Mario Balotelli again, man. Why always me? One day, I can't wait to be somewhere in Ghana, in the middle of nowhere, sitting with Mario Balotelli, somebody like Mr. Rocky Dawuni, and just speaking about Ghana, speaking about Pan-Africanism, speaking about agriculture, speaking about how to empower one another, speaking about systems like Fargin, speaking about things that help black people, right? So I'm sending an invitation to Mario Balotelli and Mr. Rocky Dawuni, man. Let us have some retreat somewhere in the middle of nowhere in Africa, man. You know, as remote as we can, and discuss Africa's spiritualism and everything, you know, things that make Africans Africa. Hey, Africans. Okay, so although I'm trying to have this positive energy, of course, the takeover has been draining a lot of my energy. Now, recently, the 369 portal opened. I put it on TikTok. Those of you who followed it, if you had followed it to the latter, you will see that your lives would have changed by now. As the ordained Crown Prince of Ghana, what I can do is, as somebody who knows astronomy, as somebody who knows astrology, quantum physics, metaphysics, when I see keys and portals of grace, power, and abundance, I'm going to put it on my TikTok. I'm going to put it on Reunited Live, so that black people around the world, those who can see, if you want a better life, if you want to live in grace, power, and abundance, as the ordained Crown Prince of Ghana decrees, then it is up to you. Now, today we'll talk about the law of attraction and the law of polarity. Now, there are 12 laws. Before you even learn a 10 commandments somewhere, you know that you are in a physical world. Learn about the law of the universe. Stick to those laws, because whether you are a Christian, a Hindu, a Muslim, whatever religion you find yourself in, the law of gravity applies to everybody. Go and stand at the edge of a cliff and jump. That is what Jesus Christ knew. Sorry, Yeshua HaMashiach knew. You remember Yeshua HaMashiach? He said, hey, don't tell me to jump. The law... Yeshua HaMashiach was very smart. He realized the law of gravity will pull him down and kill him. But the mind was telling him to jump. I said, no. Even if I'm God's child, the law... It is in the Bible. Go check it out yourselves, man. So there are 12 laws that govern this beautiful universe, right? And today we'll be talking about two of them, the law of polarity and the law of attraction. Now, before you can start attracting things, you need to have opened all your chakras. Now, the human body is made up of so many chakras. Ancient yogis, right, speak about the 144, right, chakras around the human body. But the most important ones are the 7 ones, you know, But most of us humans now live in the lowest form where animals live, right? All we do is think about survival, eat, and the pleasures. You haven't grown as a person, as you should grow spiritually. So this is spirituality, of course. As I said, if you are not conscious, if you are not enlightened, what I'm saying will be like you won't even understand a thing. That is why we need to start teaching consciousness freely to Africans. Now the black consciousness is upon us than ever before. Today, I'm sitting here Monday morning, 12. Now today's date itself. Today, you see, the portal is still open for grace, power, and abundance. And with somebody who knows numerology, astrology, and astronomy, today, my brothers and sisters across Africa, when you are sleeping today, go on your knees, empty your mind. Empty your mind means stop thinking about everything. Just focus on you being there to focus. Now, of course, you may wonder, some thoughts will come. What you will be doing tomorrow may come in your mind, trying to take you away. But bring it back, bring your consciousness back to your body. Ask God for whatever you want. And when you are ending your prayer, call good people that you came to meet in life. Call their names and pray through them. Ancestral worship is the true form of worship. They called it black magic for us not to even venture. But why are you telling me to pay homage to your ancestors and pray through them? Whilst I know my grandfather will plead on behalf of me more than. So the law of the universe, we have the law of oneness, we have the law of energy or vibration, the law of action, the law of cause and effect, the law of compensation. The law of attraction, of course. The law of perpetual transmutation of energy. Transmuting through energies. Now, if you put your body right now under a microscope, you realize your skin is made up of so many things. Then when you break them all down, you realize everything you see around the universe now, in the 3D version of reality, is nothing but energy. So there is something holding so much energy that makes up the human body. That is why sometimes somebody will come to earth, everything was fine, before you realize the person goes blind. The eyes have died and left the body, but then the body is still alive. You can go dead. The ear has left, but then the body is still alive. Your penis may probably die whilst you are still alive. It is so many parts that make the human body, and it's an engine that flows. Now, you are just, I don't want to go too much into consciousness because otherwise so many people won't get my message. Let me calm down. In order for you to attract good things in your life, you need to change your mindset. Now, just like the eyes is used to portray the physical world, there is something here in every human, which is called the pineal gland or the pineal gland or whatever you may call it. Now, scientists haven't been able to pinpoint what it does exactly. But ancient spiritualities, such as African spirituality, knew all these. We knew this is just a 3D version of the world. We knew we needed to live in peace, harmony. This is African spirituality. So, in the field of quantum physics and metaphysics, everything is energy. And humans were created in the likeness of God. Every human, wherever you find yourself now, Look through your past. Sit down, have a self-reflection. Look backwards. You will realize that where you are now is as a result of the things you constantly thought about. Life is like a mirror. The eyes is for sight into the 3D versions of the universe. The pineal gland or the third eye focuses on the inner you. And that is what I'm saying, the law of polarity. Everything has two sides, good or bad, left and right, black or white, up and under, tall or short. Give me examples. So many polarities, male and female. This is the universe we live in. So, if you start thinking, because you were created in the likeness of God, if you start thinking negative all the time, because everything starts from the mind and manifests physically in this 3D version of reality, when you think people are after you, because you are God, you are created in the likeness of God, you are projecting enemies in real life. Are you understanding? Am I talking to conscious Africans and conscious black people who want to learn to know who they are? My name is Bediako-Poku, the ordained crown prince of Ghana. And me, I am able to go through all the dimensions with ease. When you see me playing football, you'll be like, how can he know all these and play football that well? Then get me in a studio with musicians and I will spit some bars and I'll write some rap and people will be like, you can be a musician too. Get me in science and let me teach people quantum physics in those fields, in forensic scientists, in genetics, genealogy. So every field, I can be a chef. The kind of food I will cook for you, you open your mind. You will ask me where I learned them from. It's because I allowed myself to go back to know who I was and realize that the Bediako-Poku now has always been part of the universe. And that is what is being taught in secret societies to just a few people around the universe. It is about time we let people know that they are extensions of the universe and God. They were created in the likeness of God. That is why we create stables. That even cooking is creation. You are combining things to taste good. That is why there are people who can cook better than others. It is creation. So because we are an extension of God, we were born here to do nothing but create our lives on earth. So all these systems that are put, even our educational system, is to mess up with your mind for you not to know who you are, to be a follower than a leader. I want to raise leaders in Africa. By 50 years, I want to stop working I want to stop any hard work. I want to be taking care of my grandchildren. So I am working very, very hard now to enjoy after 50 years. What is your dream? My dream is to unite the continent of Africa. And it's already upon us. Because the love I get from everybody, from billionaires around Nigeria, everybody sending me the ordained crown prince messages. People asking me, why is your YouTube channel still 226 subscribers? I am like, this is the world we have created, where positivity gets less acknowledgement than negativity. Let people hear that the ordained crown prince of Ghana has been shot dead today. every video I have done about Africa will go viral. That is how we have created the society, and we can create it differently. You can do differently by sharing this video, liking it, showing it to other Africans, for them to know that the ordained Crown Prince of Ghana, together with Africans, including you and I, this is our time to build our continent. In the olden ages, where they were using pickaxe to tunnel through the earth, people built subways. Now that we have tunnel boring machines that can separate rocks, sand, and other materials whilst tunneling with just humans standing there and watching the machine tunnel, why are we not building our continent, Africa? Under Pan-Africanism, of course, all of these things is we are a day at a time. A Spaniard will say, Roma no se hizo en un día. Siempre un paso a la vez. Un día a la vez. Un tiempo a la vez. Poco a poco. We will get there. We will get there. Nosotros estamos aquí. We are already there. We are here as Africans. When you look back with sentiments, it means you haven't grown as a person. When you look at your life and you still think about the past with pain, it means you are still in the lower form of your chakras. You haven't grown you haven't grown spiritually. Because if you have grown spiritually, you will realize that whatever has happened in your life was to get you to this point in your life, full of experience. You are a unique being on earth, picking unique thoughts, experiences to make up the universe. Now, as I said, you need to be, your eye need to be open for you to understand what I'm even saying. And that is the problem I have right now. Because most Africans are living in their lowest chakras. That is why a Muslim can fight with a Christian. Because of belief. Why is it that you speak a different language? I speak a different language. In Ghana, we call a pussycat those people, the pussy that... Okay, I don't want to talk about it. You call a pussycat, we call a pussycat alonte. In Chi, some people call it okra. Some people call it ejamwa. Others call it, like Hausa, they call it kenwa. I hope I'm right. Igbo people call it, tadi or daddy. Daddy is pepper, right? Daddy. What is pussycat in airway? I knew this. How come I've said enough. So how do you expect me to call the supreme being? How do you expect me to call him the same way you call him? When we call things in the universe differently. And that is what has created all these divisions. Even in Christianity, a Jehovah's Witness woman will never marry anybody from her church apart from Jehovah's Witness, forgetting that person is an African, a black man like him. But we, the new generation, we have seen above these divisions because we know who we are. And in knowing oneself, before economics and all these stupid things they teach us in school right now, humans knew about astrology. Humans knew about quantum physics. Black people knew about metaphysics. Black people knew about numerology, how to connect the dots, to know when the portals of the universe are open for grace, power, and abundance. So today is 12th June. June itself divides the year into two, right? June divides the year. And if June divides the year, I spoke to you about the law of polarity. Most of the times, just be part of the universe. Now, Bruce Lee once said something, and he said, you need to be like water. That is how every human needs to be. But then, before you understand that concept of human being like water, you need to have grown spiritually. That is the problem we have now. Because the brainwash, the mental slavery is too much in Africa. Black people have been brainwashed to the extent that even when they are children, the same children they sent to school to go and learn what is around, come back and tell them, da, ma, in Crawford intro, and a woman trying. Bibia one more day bano, and no one more day bar, bibi techri, or Sergeant for Dr. Kwame Nkrumah catch ray, yante. Bibia one more day bano, bibi techri, intima mene papa, Miss Remo. Yenye adie say no. Brainwash. Ne bapo catch ray said that. Sanyama na muye, IMF ni amo kono. At the end of the day, a bit ya Ghana, nurse say nyama de Bruni still. Woman Jin Dimpo say, ye in Kurano. It is very difficult to understand our fathers. Look through your era. What have you done for Africa? Look at it. And look at somebody like Mansa Musa. If you are a king in Ghana, if you are a chief in Ghana and across Africa, Mansa Musa should be the person you want to model your life around. Learn as a chief, learn as a king, to know what and what makes what, so that people will know that the rocks. Why? One thing I see in Ghana, and as the Ordained Crown Prince, it will never happen in a crown. When we have a king, it will never happen. Because there are so many igneous rocks around, hills. It is not like we need to bring them from somewhere to come and make our roads. But then you will see potholes in the middle of roads. Once we have a ministry of roads and transport under a crown, if I see a pothole, I am calling the minister. Why is a pothole on? Because you will be paid. I will be paid. The carpenter will be paid. Everybody needs to work in unison in order for the clock to work. The human race, black and white, need to work in unison for the clock to work. Thank you so much, Europeans and white people. You claim you've been helping Africa. You've been sending aid to Africa for a very long time. Thank you very much for all your help to Africa. But we want to tell you, we have better systems. Unless you are telling me I don't have the right to choose a system for the betterment of my children, of my youth, and for Africans. Unless you are telling me that. And that system is Pan-Africanism. A system more than 800,000 years old. A system that the Gaddafis use to develop their countries. So if you're an African and you watch this video later on, share this video. Let it get to a wider audience, to your fellow brothers. We need to start teaching these things so that the next African will know who he or she is. Will know that he or she is here to create. Just to create. Think about it. Put it to your higher self. through your third eye. Astral projects to your ancestors. They will bring you more ways, more ideas for you to become the man you were always meant to be. So the law of attraction this morning, the portal is still open. June is in the middle of the year. Today, if you believe in Nikola Tesla, he speaks about the 369. And when the 3 keeps multiplying itself, it means grace, abundance, and all the good things are coming. So you need to match your vibrations and frequencies to grace, power, and abundance as Africans. It is just like you need to match a frequency on a radio to hear them talk. If you want Peace FM right now, 104.3. If you go on another frequency, you won't hear Kwame Sefakai, or shout outs to Mr. Kwame Sefakai, man. He's a beacon of journalism in Ghana. Much love to him, man. Much love, much respect to Mr. Kwame Sefakai. Much greetings. I'm sending grace, power, and abundance to the big man himself from the Ordained Crown Prince of Ghana. And to everybody in Despite Media Group, man. And to Dr. Osei Kwame Despite. We are here to unite and build our countries a day at a time. I have nothing but love for the black race. Because me, you can't kill me. The Obongume and Anochi Bediako-Poku, I have over 700,000 gods from Africa holding me. Okonfanoche is holding me. Kwame Nkrumah is holding me. Nelson Mandela is holding me. Muhammad Gaddafi is holding me. So me, I've gone back to know that all I need to do is respect my fathers, even if they've passed, and they will bring me grace, power, and abundance. And they've taught me numerology, they've taught me astronomy, and I keep getting ideas and things, building softwares, building patterns. Currently, I am around 2,643 patterns. I've been writing patterns that will develop Africa. Softwares to take care of the basic necessities in Africa. We are going to digitalize the currency in Africa, in Pan-Africanism, under a united Africa. But then one of our currency will be called the Gaddafi dinar. Yes, I want to honor Muhammad Gaddafi. The same vision he had, that they were like, no, and they killed him. That is why we will call the African currency the Gaddafi dinar. And it will be gold. We are going to trade in gold. That is why we are not going to give our gold to another person in exchange of papers anymore. The US dollar, Saudi Arabia, stop using the US dollar. And Saudi Arabia is not bigger than Africa. Saudi Arabia is not richer than Africa. The Pan-African system itself is worth, as a matter of fact, the Pan-African system alone, being entrusted to the Ordained Crown Prince of Ghana, makes me the richest man in the world. Because the Pan-African system, the things that make up Pan-African system, if you take Pan-African system and apply it in another country, the country will grow from ashes to whatever it wants to be. So I look at Saudi Arabia, who have stopped using the dollar in trade, and I'm asking, Africa, we are going to get our Gaddafi dinar, and it will be backed by gold. We will trade in gold. As a matter of fact, the gold, right? Shout out to Mario Balotelli again. Mario Balotelli, please link up, man. We need to talk about African football and we are going to put plans in place. When Africa is united, we implement those plans. Building 100,000 capacity stadiums across Africa. We are going to, in our first year, we want to build 5,400 100,000 capacity stadiums across Africa. Every country in Africa will receive 100. Is it 100? Yes. Every country in Africa will receive 100,000 capacity stadiums. Right? People want to join my live. Oh, unfortunately, you want to listen, right? But you're already listening. Very soon, I will see how I can do about those things. I want people who can moderate when I'm on live, moderate everything. We can start helping each other here, As the ordained crown prince, everything in Ghana belongs to me, so I don't, like, if everything in Ghana belongs to you, do you need to put some money somewhere? Every money I get in Ghana, I will spend in Ghana. Because all we need to do is start building, as I said. Build the biggest hospital in the world and call it the Yaa Asantewaa Hospital. Build a big chocolate factory across the borders of La Côte d'Ivoire and Ghana. Build a city and call it the Chocolate City together with the factories there. Chocolate City. Build. Oh man. All I see is building. I am and I create. I am part of the universe. The universe is part of me. That is why I said the law of polarity. Everything created in the world was created by you and I. Good and bad. So now that consciousness have gotten to us, now that we can go back as far back as 800,000 years to find the very beginning of creation of us. Like Obonkumekuman and Anochi Bediako-Poku. I may be young here, but now I know I have always been here. In a different form. In a different way. I knew I will find myself on earth again. So sometimes I sit down and ask. But my fathers don't try to. When I astral project and call. When I astral project, remember, the last time I told you, 700,000 of our forefathers come to a meeting and they bring me knowledge, they bring me wisdom, they bring me understanding. So when you see me creating software patterns, when you see me doing content like this, talking about spirituality, talking about Manchester United, rapping, singing, dancing, playing football, it is because I allowed myself to go into my past and bring everything I've done on earth now. You can do that. You are part of the universe. The universe, the intelligence is there for everybody to tap in. And that is why people don't want black people to do. Because black people have always been on earth. And when you can tap back to who you are, you will realize you don't need education to be successful. You will realize all you need to do is identify your gift. Work in your gift, polish your gift, and just project it to the world. Create from within, and it will come out. Create from within with your third eye, and project it outside, and it becomes a reality. My name is Obonkumekuman and Anochi Bediako-Poku, and I create a united Africa. I create a united Africa full of grace, power, and abundance. Much love to every Ghanaian. Much love to every African. Africa's unity is upon us. I said a Pan-African system. On Friday, on Sunset Friday, what I will try and do is I am going to line up 30 black men I want to address. We need to have a seminar at Moving Peak Hotel. We need to sit down as Africans. And I'll be inviting a few people across the world. But Mario Balotelli, contact the Ordained Crown Prince. You send me an email at ranrenko@gmail.com or my TikTok, right? Like somebody should give this video to Mario Balotelli, man. I can't wait to see the man. When I saw him at the Champions League final, I'm like, wow, Mario Balotelli. Charlie, the guy, I love him past. I can't wait to see who he is as a person, man. And speaking about people that I am very proud of, look at what Burna Boy did at the Champions League final. When I see this, I am jealous. Do you know why I am jealous? Because I want this to be in Africa. That is why we will build 100,000 capacity stadiums, 5,400 of those across Africa. We have 54 countries in Africa. In a United Africa, we are going to build 5,400, 100,000 capacity stadiums, multi-purpose ones across Africa. We have the lands, we have the resources to do it. We don't need to go elsewhere to get the rocks, to get everything is in Africa. So why don't we give the likes of Burna Boy, Davido, Sarkodie, Shatawale, King Promise, Black Sherif, Rocky Dawuni? Am I missing somebody? Trevor Noah, Kevin Hart, places to come and flourish. Black people, we need to look at Africa differently. This is the place of power and abundance. Everybody, white people's DNA, there is Africa in them. How much more you, a black man, saying you are not African? That is why they don't respect you. Because you don't know who you are. That is why you see, before Dr. Kwame Nkrumah's birthday in September, I want black people, we will call it the Great Migration, where black people across the universe will come back to Africa, come and tap in the source, come with an open mind, come and let's start building our continent. Let us build Africa to the extent that there won't be a picture of a black baby starving, because that is all what they do. They portray Africa as a dying continent to the world and portray themselves as the people who are helping Africa. I said, thank you for your help. Thank you for your help, England, America. Thank you so much for your help in Africa over the years. But we are smarter than you people. Our DNA series is 9. You have 6 DNA series. One lesser than the ape. You are not, no. You can't dominate me. I am dominant. Let me give birth. Let me marry you right now and let's start giving birth. Whether you have your race in there. Black is dominant. White is recessive. That is why I can make my hair straight. But you can never make your hair like my hair. I can make my hair like a white man's hair by adding perming cream right now. But can he do this? No. So we get white from black. And we know who we are now. We are coming for everything that belongs to us as Africans. This is the time to leave lasting legacies for our children. What is the use and what is the essence of this mortal life if not for legacy purposes? Don't you want to be remembered hundreds of years after you've left in good stead, like Osajifo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah? African women, we will need you on this ride. We will need you like never before. Because if we will be able as men to bring back the dignity of Africa, we will need women with vision, supporting men. Women who will know that if the man is fighting for Africa, I will take care of the home. Make sure everything is good. Give him peace of mind. Make the home stable. Why don't, as a matter of fact, I told you the Ordained Crown Prince, I'm a chef. When you visit me, I don't order food. I would prepare something for you and you'll be amazed what you are eating. You ask, how did he know this? A man. I learned it because I realized one day I will be a father and a husband. And sometimes if you want to get a nice coochie on a Saturday night with a woman, of course you need to sometimes be a bit, a friend is saying, romantic. So why don't you tell your wife, sweetie, today I'm home. You lie down. I'll do the cooking. You do the cooking. You serve it. See that when you go When you go to the room, whether she will serve you nice or not, sometimes as men. So I learned these things because I wanted to be a better father and a better husband. So if you are a woman and you have aspirations of being a mother, a wife, a good member of society, and you say you don't want to learn how to cook because it is not important. Do you know why rich people always mostly marry waitresses? Think about it. Most rich people end up marrying waitresses from bars and places they go to. Because when a woman serves a man in a way that he loves it, he wants that service all the time. Pick a man, make him your king, and be the queen. Africa is a woman. So we need our mothers to start teaching our children how to become better women. Our mothers in the past did the math and realized that there are less men and there are more women. So they knew that because all of us want children, all of us want husbands, one man can have like 7 wives. That is the level of consciousness our mothers were. They did the math and knew. Look through your family and count the males in the family and count the females. But then every woman wants one man to herself. And I'm like, why are you so selfish? Like, why are you selfish? Meanwhile, that same woman, before she became a wife, was a mistress to somebody else. Why do we portray negative as positive and positive as negative? Second wife. Now, women don't want, or ladies don't want to be second wives, but they want to be baby mamas. Have you seen the culture we've accepted into our midst? What is the difference between a baby mama and a second wife? I think a second wife has benefits, respect, and perks to it than baby mamas. Because as a second wife, the man's family will probably know you and know your children. As a baby mama, probably you've been sent, they've bought a house for you somewhere and you are there with the child. Your child is not even recognized in the man's family. So you see, the same thing. Different eras, different scenarios, it is the same thing. So choose to be a second wife than to become a baby mama. Because you should know, do the math, and know that there are less men on earth than women. So if you find a man who you realize, this man, I can make him a king. I can make this man realize all his dreams. But then he has a wife. His wife is not that ambitious. Let me go and be the second wife to take this man to the glory he was made. You see, there's a simple thing, which is so simple, but yet millions of people around the world won't see. That is how blocked and clouded their chakras are. As you grow spiritually, you will all realize we are all here for a purpose. White and black, the law of polarity. We are all here to witness what creation will become. So I know the children and the youth in Africa, a median age of 19 years across Africa. If the ordained crown prince in charge tell my fellow brothers, my fellow sisters, that we need to build this continent to make sure our children will never go through what you and I went through, I think they will understand me. That is why you need to share this video. Like, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I said my YouTube channel has 226 subscribers. And I was speaking to a Nigerian billionaire and he was like, he doesn't understand. I said, I won't do anything to it. Let those who have eyes see. After all, the YouTube channel is there. I am still the ordained crown prince. I don't get a dime from any social media, but I'm still the ordained crown prince. I eat, I worship, I astral project, I keep working, I do content creating now, right? I am always writing codes, writing new software patterns, putting securities and redundancies on them to know how to store them. So I'm always doing something. It's been a pleasure having you on Transfer Business and News. Today we've spoken about the law of attraction. Life is a mirror. Project positivity to the world and positivity will come to you. Don't think your brother somewhere has the time and has gone somewhere to do you. Yeah, because oh yeah me. Hey Ghana, dear Yehovah, yay, me mind Ghana. Mo crown prince na abano. You ain't money na broni na de betu yentem. Say na be ye betiti yentem. Broni obro, onipa obo abro. Ye na nanom the code in share yen kasa mu. Say na be ya echirima. Wo mo be ye enlighten. E be hwe nipa ni ye fita. Adenti na yan from nipa fita. Na so wo mo de abrofo share mu. Say na be ya yen ye be hu se nkrofo we. Wo mo no mu di abro. We need to look inside Africa back. Everything we need here is in Africa. The minds. A white man can never be a genius more than a black man. It can never happen because the mental capacity of a black man is bigger than any other race. That is why black women will carry a child and still carry a load that even men can't carry. A black woman can be carrying a child here. Do you know the power of a black woman? Now, the way I feel, right? Sometimes I feel if God is a gender, God is a woman. It's true. That is why there are more women than men on earth. If God is a gender, now, as I said, law of polarity, male and female, we have the law of gender, masculine and the feminine. Every human, you should know how to balance true energies. I said everything is energy. The law of the universe, everything, the law of energy and vibration, everything is energy. So you need to balance it. As a man, don't be the masculine alone. Sometimes, as I said, you can go to the kitchen, cook something for your family. You've gone down. As a leader, sometimes you need to be the meekest. You need to cook for your family. For your children to be like, hey, me papa oni mediani nwa onu eduani maye. Because there are children who have never seen their fathers cooking. Why? They don't help in. No. We shouldn't bring sister. That is why so many marriages are falling apart. Women wanting to become men when being a woman is enough. I said a good woman. Men tell women a good woman will have every information about a man. Oh. Know how to become a good woman. And your man, people will say you've done something to the man. It is because you knew the power you had as a woman. It's been a pleasure having you on the show. I've been here for a very, very, very long time. I think I drank Tampico, free advert for Tampico. Me, I don't care. I'm here to live my life. I'm here to become the ordained crown. I am here as the ordained crown prince to make sure Africa becomes. So I don't care. I have so many people I follow. If I see your video and I like it, I will like it. I don't sometimes understand. People with 2 million followers and then they'll be following nobody. I'm like, don't you have people you also like? How do people become selfish like that? Like you have 10 million followers, then the people they are following is 0. It is about time we stop doing things like that. If somebody has 10 million followers and his followership is not 10%, people should stop following him too. After all, we are all humans on a unique journey. You are not bigger than I am. I am not bigger than you are. We are making content, I'm making content. And you know, people put precedence on stupidity now and think somebody is bigger than another person. No, we are all humans. We only live once. We are only guaranteed today. Where is Kobe Bryant? He got killed by his own helicopter. Think about it. He wasn't killed by smoke. He wasn't killed by not being able to go to hospital. He was killed by things he bought with his money. So why think you are bigger than another person? As Africans, that is the mentality we need to change. You and I are one people. When I see you, I need to greet you and pay homage to you because you only live once and you are here. If I am a computer scientist and all the things I am, maybe you are a builder. I can never maybe be a builder. That is your talent. I should respect you for that. If you are cleaning my room, that doesn't mean I am above you. No. I am taking care of something else. You are taking care of making sure the environment is clean. So in Pan-Africanism, some of the systems we will bring, it will stop this division. Pan-Africanism is where people got communism and socialism from. Because Pan-Africanism has always been in existence for a very, very long time. Way before the white people even came on earth, we had Pan-Africanism. So why are you not a Pan-Africanist? Join the movement of being a Pan-Africanist. Like, subscribe to my YouTube page. I said my YouTube page, Reunited Live, has 226 subscribers. And one billionaire was asking me why I don't boost it up. I'm like, no, I'm leaving it there like that. If people are not wise to search for the truth will always be there. But they will never find it. This life, any religion that will tell you that this life, God brought you here to suffer, but there is a place better than this place. Stop going to that church. Think differently. Start attracting positivity in your life. If your pastor always calls you and talks about negativity, block him and make sure he never calls you again. Because that person is the devil in disguise. He is coming to destroy your inner peace. Inner peace is all we need. And that starts with consciousness, opening your third eye, moving your chakras up for you to start experiencing the wonders, the grace, the abundance, and the power of the universe. My name is Obonkume Kumanana Bediako-Poku. I've been here more than an hour. Charlie. Manchester United is the only thing draining my energy today. But I hope this will come to an end soon. Sheikh Jassim Al-Thani should be the next owner of Manchester United. Sir Jim Ratcliffe, the Glazers, are there just to destroy our club. Look at where City are, and look at where Manchester United is now. Let me leave you with grace, power, and abundance. Catch me on Wednesday, and let's talk about ourselves, man. Let us talk about Africa. Let us talk about how to empower one another. Hopefully by that time, Manchester United is sold, and I'll be in a very good mood by that time, man. Grace, power, and abundance. Much love.